Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Silvana and in today's video we will dive into a beginner-friendly yoga flow with special focus on inversions. Yoga inversions are a great way to enhance circulation, building core strength and to promote mental clarity. So whenever you are ready, find a quiet place, roll out your mat and let's get started. Let's start today's class lying all the way back on the mat. Bend your knees and let the knees fall outwards, bringing the soles of your feet together, creating a diamond shape with the legs. Placing the hands onto your inner thighs. Close your eyes. Relax the shoulders down and just take a moment to arrive. Breathing deeply in through the nose and exhale slowly out, letting go of any distractions. Taking one more deep breath here and exhale out. Get hold of your opposite elbows and let both arms fall over the head so your arms are framing the head. Keep on breathing deeply in and out. Feel a stretch in the shoulders. Feel the chest and hips opening up. Inhale and exhale. Slowly bring the knees together so the knees are pointing up towards the ceiling. Feet are hip-width apart. Inhale, exhale, let both knees fall over to the left side. Feel the stretch in the right side body. Inhale, lifting the knees back up to center. And exhale, let the knees fall over to your right side. Again, inhale up to center. Exhale to the left. Let gravity pull down the knees. Inhale to center and exhale over to the right. Inhale coming back to center and exhale, release the arms back by your side. Bring the right knee towards the chest, interlock the fingers and pull the knee a little bit closer towards your right armpit. Rotate your right ankle. First to one side and then to the other side, releasing any tension from the foot. Extend the right leg up to the ceiling, interlock the fingers behind the hamstring and flex the right foot. Kicking the heel up high, inhale. Exhale, pull the leg a little bit closer, stretching out the back of the leg. Let the lower back be heavy, so make sure the lower back stays on the mat. Inhale and exhale, release, bringing the right foot back down onto the mat. Let's change sides. Lift the left foot and pull the left knee towards the chest. Rotate your left ankle, first to one side and then to the other side. Slowly extend the left leg up, interlock the fingers behind the hamstring or calf muscle and flex the left foot. Inhale, kicking the heel up high and exhale, gently pull the leg a bit closer to the chest. If you feel tightness in your hamstring, keep a small bend through the knee. Inhale, lengthen and exhale, stretch it out. Keep the stretch active. One more inhale and then exhale, bend the knee, placing the foot back down onto the mat. Bring the feet and knees together and lift the feet off of the mat, getting hold of the back of the knees. Inhale and then exhale, rock and roll yourself up to seated. Try to keep the feet lifted off of the mat. Inhale, rocking back, swinging the legs up And exhale back up to boat pose. Keep on going, making sure the head drops slightly forward, chin towards the chest, massaging the spine. Inhale as you rock back, exhale as you lift up. Coming to a stop, boat pose. Try to bring the shin bones parallel towards the ceiling. Maybe reach the arms forward. Keep the core engaged and the spine long. Knees close towards the chest. Inhale and exhale, release, bringing both feet down onto the mat. Let the knees fall outwards, creating a diamond shape with the legs, soles of the feet together, and then stretch the spine forward. You can get hold of your toes and pull the spine a little bit further forward, keeping the head relaxed. Inhale and exhale out. Slowly release, rolling the spine back up, bringing the knees back together. Let's find a tabletop position. Take the legs behind you, coming onto your hands and knees. Hands are underneath your shoulders, the knees are hip-width apart. Cat and cow. As you inhale, arch through the back, draw the shoulders back and gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, belly in, chin to chest. Inhale again. As you open the chest, draw the shoulders back. And exhale, round through the spine. Feel the stretch in your upper back. Keep on going at your own pace, moving with the breath. Let's do one more like this. Big inhale as you open. Exhale as you round through the spine. Coming back to neutral. Inhale, reach your right arm up, twist, gaze up to the ceiling. And then exhale, thread the right arm underneath your left, bringing the side of the shoulder and the side of the head down onto the mat. Walk your left fingertips towards the front of your mat, creating a little bit more length in the left side body, and make sure that the hips are still lifted in line with your knees. Feel the stretch in the outer shoulder. Head relaxed, close your eyes, breathing deeply in and out. Here we are already lifting the heart over the head, increasing the blood flow towards the brain, which has a nice rejuvenating effect. Taking one more breath here. And then bring the left hand next to the head. Press through the hand, untwist and find tabletop position. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lifting the left arm up, twist. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath your right, bringing the side of the shoulder and the side of the head down. Hips still in line with your knees. Reaching the right hand forward to the front of the mat. Breathing into your right side body. Feel the twist in your lower back and feel the stretch in your outer left shoulder. Hips are still in line with the knees. Inhale and exhale out. Relaxing here into this pose. You can keep your eyes closed. Let yourself become heavy. Let the left shoulder melt a bit further down into the mat. Inhale and exhale out. Taking one more breath here. And then release. Bringing the right hand next to the head, press through the hand and untwist, finding tabletop position again. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Extend the right leg back behind you, tucking the toes under. Engage the core, inhale. Exhale, press the right heel back, stretching out the calf and the hamstring. Keep on pressing through the hands, keeping the gaze down, neck long. Inhale and exhale, release both knees on the mat. Let's change the sides, extending the left leg back behind you. Inhale. Exhale, press through the hand, pressing the left heel back, stretching out the calf muscle and hamstring. Keep on pressing through the hands. Inhale. And exhale, release both knees on the mat. Let's find rabbit pose. Tuck both toes under so the heels are elevated and let the hips sink back down towards the heels. Rest the forehead on the mat. Reach back with your hands and hold on to the soles of your feet. Inhale. Exhale, lift the hips up, coming onto the top of the head, and keep on pulling on the heels. Feel a deep stretch in the upper back. Holding it here, keep on lifting the hips, pulling on the heels. From here, you're getting that feeling of being upside down with the top of the head on the mat. This is a great warm-up pose for the headstand. Take one more breath here. And release, bringing the hands back down onto the mat. Push through the hands, lift the upper body and come to seated on the heels, untucking the toes. Taking a moment of rest, close your eyes. Let's take the headstand a little bit further. Get hold of your opposite elbows. Reach the arms over the head to stretch out the shoulders. This is kind of the position your arms are in when the head is on the mat. Taking one more breath here, feel the chest and shoulders opening. And then release and bring your forearms onto the mat. Keep the position of the elbows and create a triangle with your forearms. Interlock your fingers and bring the pinky fingers next to each other instead of on top of each other. Tuck both toes under and place the top of the head onto the mat so that your hands are holding on to the back of your head. Try not to change the position of the elbows. Engage the core, inhale, and then exhale, lift the knees, lifting the hips up a bit higher and walk the feet a little bit closer in, bringing the hips further up in line with your shoulders. Don't worry about balancing yet. We just want to get that feeling of having the head upside down. Maybe lift the hips a bit higher, coming onto the tippy toes. Feel the hips up high. Maybe lifting one leg up, keep the knee bent, so the knee points a bit upwards towards the ceiling, creating a little bit more length. And then change, bend the other knee, lifting the foot, and point the knee up towards the ceiling. Feel the upper body becoming a little bit lighter. And then release again, bringing both feet back down. And then bend the knees, bringing the knees back down onto the mat. Flatten the toes. And find a child pose. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Reach the arms out in front. Gently rest the forehead on the mat, pressing the hips back to the heels. Breathing into the belly. And just take a moment to center yourself. Inhale. And exhale out. Taking another 2 deep breaths here. And 1 more deep breath. Releasing it again. Lifting the head, lifting the hips, and find tabletop position on your mat. coming a little bit further down so that you have some space in front of you. Puppy pose, reach both arms out in front. Again, we want to keep the hips lifted in line with the knees and either place the forehead or the chin onto the mat and feel the chest opening up towards the mat. Breathing deeply in and out, feel the chest opening and feel the stretch through the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, release. Bring the forearms down onto the mat and let the hips sink all the way forward and down, Sphinx pose. Keep the chest lifted, elbows are underneath the shoulders and press the ears away from the shoulders. Squeezing the buttocks. Feel the work in your lower back as the chest is opening up. From here, tuck the toes under, engage the core, lift the hips, coming into a low plank with the shoulders above the elbows. Make sure to keep the hips slightly piked. Squeezing the buttocks, core engaged, inhale. Exhale, dolphin pose, relaxing the head, walk the feet a little bit closer. Push the chest towards the thighs, long spine. If the hamstrings are tight, keep the knees a little bit bent. One more breath, head relaxed. Shift the weight into your left foot and lift the right leg up behind you. Again, creating length, maybe coming onto the tippy toes. Change legs, right foot down, lifting the left leg up and back. Coming onto the right tippy toes, driving the left heel up high. Keep on pushing the chest towards your thighs and release both feet down. Bend your knees and rest in child pose. Well done. Dolphin pose is a great warm-up pose to work towards the shoulder stand. So you want to repeat the sequence a few times until you feel comfortable in these stretches. Take one more breath here. And then release the arms by your side. Relax the shoulders. Again, taking one more deep breath here in your embryo pose. And we release, lifting the head, lifting the upper body, and find a seat on the mat. Come towards the front of your mat, keeping the knees bent. Reach the arms out in front. Inhale. And exhale, one vertebra at a time. Release all the way down, hugging the knees into the chest. Head relaxed. Maybe rocking a little bit from side to side, massaging the spine. Slowly come to a stop. Bring the arms by your side and walk the palms underneath the buttocks to elevate the hips a little bit. Extending the legs up towards the ceiling to find a candlestick pose. Core is engaged. Try to lengthen the legs. Toes are pointed. Holding it here, breathing deeply in and out, and feel the reversed pull of gravity on your legs. This is a great pose to do at the end of the day, especially if you have been on your feet a lot, increasing the blood flow to the brain. Now flexing both feet to create a waterfall pose. Toes are pointing down, heels are pointing up. See how the sensation changes in your legs. And then pointing the toes again, create length. Feel the tingling sensation in your toes as the blood is retrieving. Taking another deep breath here. And then bend the knees. Slowly and controlled, bringing both feet back down onto the mat. And then bring the arms and hands back by your side. Let's come into a shoulder stand. Lift both feet, extend the legs up to the ceiling like we did in our candlestick pose, and keep the arms by your side. Engage the core, swing the hips up, lift the legs and take the hands onto your lower back. Walk the elbows a little bit closer together behind your back and imagine someone is lifting the feet up towards the ceiling. Try to create a nice long line from the feet to the hips to the shoulders. Squeezing the buttocks, keep the core tight, create a nice long line. Keeping the gaze up towards the toes. Again, feel that reversed pull of gravity on the legs. Holding it here for a few deep breaths. Feel the tingling sensation in your toes as the blood is retrieving. Make sure to keep the gaze up to the toes and don't do any sudden turns with your head. Either stay here or we can find plough pose. Bend both knees and slowly bring the knees down towards your forehead. And then slowly extend the legs out over the head. The toes might touch the floor, the toes might stay up in the air a little bit. If you want, you can release your hands, extend the arms out on the mat and interlock your fingers. Stay here, maybe lock the knees, legs long, or maybe bend the knees, bringing the knees towards the ears. Feel the stretch in the upper back. If you feel any unwanted pressure, you can always release the pose without my instructions as well, of course. Let's bring the hands back onto the lower back for extra support. Bend the knees towards the forehead and then extend the legs back up into your shoulder stand. Squeezing the buttocks, core engaged, toes pointed. To release the shoulder stand, take the legs back up over the head. Keep the hands on the lower back and then very slowly, one vertebra at a time, release the spine back down, bringing the hips back down to the mat. Extend the legs up to the ceiling. One more inhale, engage the core. And then exhale, slowly and controlled, release the legs down to the mat, making sure you're not arching through the back as you release the feet slowly down. And relax. Well done. Let's find a counter pose for the shoulder stand to release our chin lock. We come to fish pose. Walk the hands underneath the buttocks and bring the elbows underneath your rib cage. Chest is lifted and then slowly release the top of the head down onto the mat and bring your feet together. Gaze backwards. Feel the front of the throat opening up. Holding it here, opening up the chest. Breathing deeply in and out. Inhale and exhale out. Try to release the crown of your head down onto the mat. Taking one more breath. And then release, lifting the head up first. Gaze towards the knees and release the upper body all the way down. Bend the knees and hug the knees back into the chest. Let your head fall a little bit from side to side, releasing any tension from your neck. And then bring your legs into a tabletop position, knees and feet together, both arms shoulder width away from your body. Inhale. Exhale, let both legs fall over to your left side for a spinal twist. Bringing the left hand onto the legs to add a little bit of extra weight. Turn your head over to the right side and gaze towards your right hand. Making sure to keep the right shoulder blade down on the mat. Feel the hips coming on top of each other and feel the rotation in your lower back. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths here. Let the body melt down into the floor. Taking one more breath. And then release. Both arms shoulder width away. Lift the knees. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale, let both legs fall over to your right side, stacking the hips on top of each other. Take the right hand onto the legs for some extra grounding. And gaze over your left shoulder towards your left hand. Close your eyes. Let the shoulders melt down. Relax here into this pose. Letting go of any tension. Inhale and exhale out. Let your body be heavy. One more breath here. And then release. Gaze up, lifting the legs up into tabletop. And then hug the knees into the chest. Squeeze the knees towards you. One more breath. And then release. Extending both legs out for our final pose. Find your Shavasana. Let your toes fall outwards. Take the arms a little bit away from your body. Relax the shoulders down. Close your eyes. Return to your deep yoga breath. Breathing deeply in through the nose. And exhale slowly out. Let the effects of today's practice soak into your body. Inhale and exhale out. Visualize yourself becoming as light as a feather floating in the sky. With each breath, let that feeling of peace and harmony overcome you. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. Have a wonderful day and see you next time. Namaste.